What the fuck is capitalism? There's obviously been a lot written about capitalism over the past 200 years, whether that be from Adam Smith to Karl Marx or David Ricardo, but I wanted to use a modern explanation of it from Yanis Varoufakis, who is a pretty influential Marxist economist nowadays. So capitalism is just one of the many ways that we can produce the things that society needs to function. To do this, capitalism heavily relies on markets, which we can think of as these free, decentralized places where buyers and sellers can meet to buy commodities off of each other. And these markets apply two kinds of value to these commodities. First is the experience-based value, which is basically how that commodity provides you with a value based on the experience you gain from that object. And secondarily, you have exchange value, which is the value of that commodity in comparison to the other commodities on the market. But that actual value originates from the work the producer puts into that commodity, both in the way that it is produced to provide an experience, but also in the time and skill exchanged for the creation of that product. And for those commodities to be consistently created within capitalism, we need two things. One, we need the products to create those commodities, a means of production or a set of tools which allow us to more efficiently create those products. But secondly, we're going to need a social setting where people who don't own those means of production, those tools, are going to have to work under those people who do own those tools. This would make up the general relations of production. And it's the ownership over those tools by certain people which provides them with the social power over the non-owners of those tools, as those non-owners without those tools don't have a means of actually producing anything within the market to sell. That means we have the owners, who are usually called the capitalists, and the non-owners, who are usually called the workers, split into two social classes, with a middle class that grows and shrinks depending on how the market's doing. Most importantly, the capitalists own the tools, which allows them to retain the surplus value made in between the production of a product and the actual selling of it on the market. In this way, capitalism represented an innovation in the way power was used in society, in which you had one social class which could command others without using physical force, political power, or even soft power, but instead using economic power.